Dude, it's a Pixar movie. That's all you need to know. It's going to make bank.
I know.
Fucking cars make bank, and all it is a bunch of cars. Makes me all wish about all those summer movies. Isn't there another summer movie coming out? Or it's come out?
This past weekend, Terminator 5 and Magic Mike 2 came out. No one cares about Magic Mike 2.
Magic Mike 2?
It's called Magic.
Oh my god, Mike 2 XXL is out?
Yeah.
I need to go watch this.
But yeah, Terminator 5 came out. It's called Terminator Genesis, and basically if you want to see a movie, the reviews I've read is basically if you want to see a movie destroy the Terminator franchise, this is the movie for you.
How does it destroy the Terminator franchise?
Well, aside from the story, making very little sense, like the Terminator, we all know the basic Terminator plot line, which is in Terminator 1, Terminator is sent back to kill Sarah Connor. It fails. So in the second movie, they try to get John Connor when he's a teenager. It fails. Third movie,
right,
doesn't really count. But in this movie, the fourth movie, let's not even talk about. But this movie, basically the plot is another Terminator was sent back in time all the way to 1973 when Sarah Connor was like 5 years old, I guess, and he raises her. It merges into the timeline of the first movie where the Terminator, appears on the observatory of Mount Griffith in Los Angeles, and Arnold says, "I've been waiting for you," and he, proceeds to fight him and everything. Yeah.
So, the Terminator goes back to when Sarah Connor was a kid.
Right.
The Terminator, and doesn't kill Sarah Connor, but raises Sarah Connor.
Yeah, this is another Terminator that no one knew about that got sent back even further before anyone knew. The basic plot of the
raise Sarah Connor.
Yeah, the basic plot of this Terminator movie is they show the Skynet sending back the first Terminator, and then the second one, and then the Connor and the rebels get a hold of the thing. But apparently somebody sent another Terminator back to raise Sarah Connor, and no one. And that's one thing they neglected to talk about in the movie. Apparently,
that's horrible.
A pretty big plot point that they just they glossed over. They're like, it's not that important. We'll save it for the next movie.
Now, this movie came out, right? I mean, I can go and watch this movie?
Oh, yeah, it's out already. It came out this weekend and didn't do too well.
That's good.
At least here in the United States. It'll probably
didn't do too well?
It'll probably make its money back overseas, but here in the United States where it counts, it didn't do too well.
It's a cheap thing to say that it'll make its money back overseas. Because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Of course people overseas are going to pay money for it. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a big celebrity worldwide. Of course people are going to pay money for it. That's why it means more in America.
Basically, the days of Arnold Schwarzenegger being the big box office draw that he was are long gone.
When did he lose the ability to be a big box office draw? When he was part of the remake of, was it Around the World in 80 Days?
I would say his last...
Where he was a sultan? He was a sultan!
Ha ha, I am Arnold, I am the sultan, ha ha ha. No, I would say his last big budget draw was the movie Collateral Damage that came out in 2002.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, I love Collateral Damage. Is a great movie, but I think that was like his last hurrah.
Huh.
Everything since then, he's basically a supporting player. Though apparently he had an independent movie that just came out called Maggie, where he plays a father to a girl who has some sort of zombie virus. And I've read reviews that Schwarzenegger's acting is stellar in it. I mean, there's actually serious talk that he can get a Golden Globe nomination for this movie or something.
Really?
Yeah.
A Golden Globe nomination for a zombie movie?
Yes, I know.
That's kind of, wow. See, I mean, but that's the thing is I can believe that because, Sylvester Stallone won an Academy Award, He was playing a boxer, a bit slow of a boxer. And it just kind of worked for him because it was just him, He was Rocky. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think, could do the same thing. I don't know if Arnold Schwarzenegger can, do that if he's, playing the Predator. Or, I don't know how to say that. If he was playing in Predator, I don't think he'd be able to, be all, yeah, I can't, the tears, they go down my face, and it makes me cry, and it's emotional. I don't think he can do that. but I think he could probably do a pretty good acting job. I mean, he's been in the field for how long? I'm sure he picked something up.
Oh yeah, when you're acting like 40 years, I'm pretty sure. Well, with the exception of that little break he took in the mid 2000s.
Well, I mean, what was he doing then?
Though I'm sure some would say he did a pretty good acting job then because he acted like he was a governor.
Of course.
Well, this new Terminator movie, anyway, one of the biggest problems with it was, of course, that it was PG-13. There's an article on Forbes about the reasons why this movie didn't work here in America, anyway. And the fourth reason is that the Terminator Genisys, even though it deserved its PG-13 rating because it has very little on-screen killing, no gore, not much profanity, and no sexual content. But once again...
Hold on, wait, there's no naked Arnold?
No naked Arnold, no naked Emilia Clarke, no naked nothing.
This isn't a Terminator movie. I need my naked Arnold. If there's no naked Arnold, then it isn't a Terminator movie. Then it's like Kindergarten Cop.
Put the cookie down!
Put the cookie down!
It's not a tumor.
Who is your daddy, and what does he do? Our daddy's a real sex machine. That had the best laugh in the entire movie.
I know. I saw Kindergarten Cop in the theater. It did.
That was the best laugh in the entire movie.
Yeah. So
anyway, go back to Forbes. What do people that cover millionaires for a living have to say about why Terminator Genisys is a horrible movie?
Well, they're saying that once again a major studio has taken an R-rated franchise such as Die Hard. If you had the misfortune of watching the last Die Hard movie, you would understand this point. Live Free or Die Hard is just a horrible movie, and it was made worse from the fact that it was PG-13. And you have the Terminator franchise, which has it's pretty solid in its whole, being violent, being, action-packed. And PG-13 is just like, oh, well, it's fun for the whole family. The whole family can come. The kids can come. It's okay. They're comparing it to something like the new Jurassic World movie and the upcoming...
It's okay. Little Jimmy and little Timmy and little Joyce and little Jesse... They won't be scared because there's no naked Arnold.
Oh, sorry, I got lost there for a second. Well, anyway.
It's okay. Edit!
This is terrible. All the PG-13 did was annoy the very hardcore fans who wanted to be excited about the film in the first place. It is only
absolutely
turning an R-rated film into a R-rated franchise into a PG-13 franchise has worked only once. And that is with Live Free or Die Hard, which is Die Hard 4. And eventually they went back to R rating, and it didn't matter. It didn't help.
Of course it didn't help, because now it's ruined. You've officially let children into the theater while there's legitimate men being men, kind of a thing. You can't do that. Like, you can't have... It's weird, because kids will sneak into R-rated movies. Yeah, I mean, I've done it, you've done it. We've snuck into R-rated movies. So... I didn't have to sneak. I just paid my ticket full price.
Well, those were the old days anyway. You can go up, you can just buy your ticket.
Wait. Hold on. Did you just say you paid for a movie?
Back in the day, yes.
Holy crap, dude. You're such a mark.
Hey, I wanted to see. I wanted to go see Die
Hard. I've never paid for a movie. We always snuck in.
Well, I wanted to go see Die Hard with a Vengeance, and I was like 16 at the time. No, 15, excuse me. It was an R-rated movie, no problem getting in. Just paid my $7.50, and that was good. Me and my friend paid our $7.50. We were good to go.
But wait a minute. You didn't go out of your way, and you didn't go to another movie, and just wait until you can sneak into the theater from the front.
No, I wanted to support the movie. I'm sorry.
How would you support the movie? It's $1 billion movie.
I was supporting Bruce Willis. All right.
Bruce Willis is getting paid. He's literally getting paid $100 million for that movie. What support do you possibly think you're giving him?
So he doesn't have to do. So well, this was 1995. This way, if the movie made enough money, he wouldn't have to do another Die Hard.
Well, shows how much of a sucker you are. They did one anyway, and it was a huge success.
Yeah, but it took him 20 years, so it was okay.
Oh, okay. So if it doesn't ruin your childhood.
Exactly, as long as it doesn't ruin my childhood.
Right,
We're really off the rails with this.
No, I mean, it's nice that Predator or Terminator doesn't do well in the box office or something.
Well, anyway...
so let's go back to Forbes. I want to go back to Forbes.
Yeah, Forbes is saying the number 5 reason is Arnold is just not a box office drawer anymore. He's had really good movies recently. The Last Stand, which was a decent movie. The aforementioned Maggie I just talked about, and there's another good movie of his called Sabotage, which in the 80s would have been an awesome Arnold Schwarzenegger action flick. Just nonstop killing. Zero plot, just nonstop killing. But these were all indie movies, and they tried to give them wide releases, and it didn't work. And
well, that's because that makes sense. That's what happens. I can't imagine. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't know what number it is on the list, but I'm sure the Scandal's on there.
Oh yeah, I don't think they. No, they don't touch on. No, they didn't touch.
They don't touch on that.
They don't touch
on
that.
The Scandal has a lot to do. Yeah, the Scandal has a lot to do with him not being a draw anymore. I mean, who wants to go and support the guy who fucked over Kennedy? Literally.
You could understand if
for 500 pounds.
You could understand if he was like a real Kennedy spouse. At least it would have been somebody beautiful. But he essentially banged Esmeralda from Family Guy. No.
That's crazy. Fuck. Is that what it is? I don't know. She's kind of... Marie Shriver that bad. Marie. Fucking put her... Just put that Irish name on her. Marie. It's not Maria. Fuck that. Marie!
Yeah, but anyway, Forbes says he hasn't really been a box office draw since his 96 movie Eraser. And if you really want to count Batman and Robin. His after movies he did after that, End of Days, The Sixth Day, and Collateral Damage, were not big hits. Terminator 3 was a big hit, but not still not.
I remember that string of movies. It's the End of Days. It's the Sixth Day. It's every day.
I like The Sixth Day. Sixth Day is a pretty good movie.
I liked End of Days. That was a pretty good movie.
I think if End of Days had somebody else in it, it would...
See, it's weird. I can't really think of one bad Arnold movie.
He doesn't do bad movies. It's just how they're received.
Right. I can't, but I mean that's what's amazing is that he really was a real big draw for the longest fucking time, a lot longer than the ones that came after him, like Seagal or Van Damme or Wilson. I mean, the dude literally is like Chuck Norris in a way, but Chuck Norris didn't even have the success Arnold Schwarzenegger did.
No, Chuck Norris he's a cult status. He definitely did not make the millions and millions that Arnold did.
Right, that's what I mean. So it's like Arnold really was ahead of everybody. It's weird. I mean, it's not weird because the dude's an alpha, but it's just wow. I mean, when you realize that he hasn't been in the public eye as much, and you realize that this movie tanked, and you've realized that you never really saw Arnold